Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a Lost Love Confessions reading. And the topic is cuts like a knife. So this is a specific story, so you'll either resonate with it or you won't. So basically this is a connection from the past, a connection that you still feel energetically with this person. And basically you had to leave this connection. You had to walk away from it for whatever reason. Maybe there was betrayal, hurt. It just was not, meeting your needs. You weren't getting anywhere with this person. And we're going to basically take a look and see, how did you leaving this person cut like a knife? We're going to really tap into this person's energy and just see how they are affected by your separation, what they're realizing, how they're changing, what the future holds for this connection, etc. So please just take what resonates for you guys and get rid of anything that doesn't. We are going to do some of this reading here on this channel, and then we're going to go into the extended. So I'll put that link down below where you guys can access it, as well as all the decks that I'll be using here today, and this beautiful Organite, which is this Howling Wolf, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. Let's see what we need to know about this situation with your lost love. So we're going to first ask, how did losing you cut this person like a knife? Let's look at this energy. All right, we're going to go into this deck right here, which is called the What He Didn't Say Oracle, Volume 2 by Rising Sun Oracle. Let's take a look and see, how did losing you cut this person like a knife? Let's look. How did losing you cut this person like a knife? Let's see. Okay, we are mirroring the same fears to one another. Okay, so the fact that we have this card popping up immediately with someone holding up a mirror, I feel like as this cuts you like a knife, maybe to leave this person or everything that happened in this situation with them, they felt the same way. So they're mirroring this energy here. They're mirroring your pain. It's definitely shared. It hurt them maybe more than you realized, etc. So this is also from Rising Sun Oracle. This is the Soul Activations Oracle deck, the Shadows edition. Let's see what else, how else this cut this person like a knife, you leaving them. Okay, so we have abusive solar plexus chakra. What I'm getting, you guys, is that this person probably felt that their behavior towards you was, could have been like borderline abusive. I'm not talking about physical abuse, but it could just be that maybe they were abusing your trust. They were abusing your kindness. They were taking advantage of you. And so I just kind of feel like this person probably felt pretty crummy because they know they didn't treat you the best. So I feel that there's a lot of regret that this person had as soon as you basically decided to, wise up or step away from them and just say, hey, you know what, I can't take this anymore. So they really felt that energy. All right, this is my Lurking in the Shadows tarot. Let's see what else. How else did this cut your person like a knife? You standing up for yourself, you holding a boundary, you kind of walking away from this situation. Okay, so we have governance. I really like this because this is Emperor Aries energy. Very dominant, very self-assured, very confident, very much in your power. So I do feel like you had governance of yourself in this situation, like you were not going to take this anymore. So this person, they felt like this very, I don't want to say cutting energy, but this very serious energy from you, that you were just done. You found out something, you weren't going to deal with it anymore, and you made it known to this person. So I feel like you made a power move, okay? And it probably affected this person's ego big time, because especially if they weren't ready to maybe let this go, even though they knew that they couldn't give you what you were looking for, or that they were hurting you in some way. I do feel like it did chip at their ego a little bit, that you had that much power to step away from them. Because I'm kind of getting this whole, no one really steps away from them first. They're always done with someone else. They always have the last word. That could be somebody that you're dealing with, but not for everybody. But yeah, this person definitely had some sort of uncomfortable feelings come up for them when you stepped away. If they were in a position of power or control, you flipped the script. That's what it is. So you force this person to kind of look at themselves to see how poorly they may have treated you. And I just feel like that's what cut this person like a knife the most, is to just kind of see themselves in the mirror and see that they were really not the greatest to you. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. I need to figure some things out before I can approach you. Okay, I do feel like also what happened here is that this person became intimidated, because the Emperor, to me, Aries energy, Queen of Wands energy, it's kind of like you are intimidated to face her because she's got a lot of power. You know, she's very confident. She knows what she's talking about. She is going to stand up for herself. She's not going to let you walk all over her. So I feel like this person kind of cowered down a little bit and maybe ran away from you, ghosted you, blocked you, something like that, because they couldn't handle the power. They couldn't handle this power move. They felt out of control. So they needed some time to figure things out before they approached you. And for some of you, this person never approached you again. Okay. And I feel like it's what you need to know is it is because they were just fearful. They were just afraid. They felt intimidated. They almost felt really stupid, actually. So you could have found something out about this person. And it just looked really bad. And so they just felt really foolish even showing their face around you again. Yep, they hid. That's what I'm getting here. So they hid communication. This is throat chakra. They hid behind a mask. Now, some of them, they could have communicated with you, but it was really harsh. It was, you were just kind of like, wow, like this person's being so mean. It's so funny. I was just watching Love is Blind, season 5 on Netflix. And it is just amazing, you know, when you watch these shows and you see the interaction between people and how people just not only gaslight the other person that's kind of coming at them and calling them out on their shit, but people just flip the script, or they start projecting their own issues and what they're having a hard time dealing with onto you. I saw it several times in the season. I was just like, oh God, like it's just so, ugh. And I feel like this person, if you did communicate with them, they did do this to you, or they tried to kind of hide behind, they used an excuse as to why they were acting the way that they were acting. You know, maybe even somehow putting the blame on you in a weird kind of way. So that could be something that you dealt with this individual. So, you know, how did this cut them like a knife? I feel like they were definitely feeling pain. And so instead of actually allowing themselves to feel that pain, they might have deflected some of this pain back at you. Okay, so we have the King of Souls, which is the King of Cups, honorable. You know, the King of Cups is definitely someone who is honest and somebody who is, you know, very compassionate. And I just feel like this person, maybe deep down inside, they do, like you guys have a soul connection. They did feel something deep for you, but somehow their fears and their egos, or their ego, came into the mix. And what it did is it like, they chose this little mask to hide behind, this mask of being a total dick, or, you know, blaming you, or like I said, just saying things to you that were kind of cruel. And I just feel like that's how this person decided to deal with the uncomfortability of their actions or the situation, is instead of doing the honorable thing, they instead decided to just take an easy way out, or make excuses, or even kind of let you take the fall, which is kind of sad, right? So that's what I'm seeing so far. All right, let's get something else here. What else is going on? Okay, I'm learning to let go of my need to be right. Very interesting. My ego always got in the way of our connection. So this is just confirming for me what just already came through. This person's ego came to the forefront. It's almost like if you had this soul connection with this person, it may have really shocked you and surprised you that they could be this mean, that they could be this cruel, that they could be that cutting with their words, because that's who you knew them to be, King of Cups, right? You felt them on a soul level. It's like, how could you turn into this person? Their ego got in the way. And so they were wearing this mask of their ego and their fear. And that's who you were communicating with. You were communicating with someone who was severely triggered and didn't want to admit something. And we have cynical. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like your person just may have a bad attitude when it comes to love, or when it comes to relationships, or something like that. So what you were kind of getting towards the end with this person is that they were just acting really negative and really cynical towards you in this connection. So I feel like they had the opportunity to do the honorable thing and they didn't. So it does cut this person like a knife, that they lost you because they chose, instead of you know, stepping into their heart space, their true energy, they instead wore this mask of their ego and kind of pushed you away. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's see what else. They knew something wasn't true. They did. But yeah, they hid that moon energy, Enigma. So the moon energy is all about our emotions, but it's also about fears. It's fear, like suppressed emotions, fear of feeling things, facing the darkness. And I just feel like that's what really this version of this person came out when you were dealing with them. You were dealing with a very fearful based person, and they just shut down, and they became very cynical. They became very cold, maybe even calculating, and made you even feel like, I can't even believe that this is the person that I fell in love with. I can't believe that the person that they were before has changed so dramatically. Yeah. So, and I feel like also too, we have an enigma, which is, I don't even know, I got lost. I got lost along the way. And I just, now that everything is said and done, I just am almost bewildered. It's like this enigma for this person. They're like more confused either than ever, or just feel really lost, actually, is what I'm getting when it comes to losing you. All right, let's see one more. Yep, I ache for you. So we definitely know that this person aches for you. At the end of the day, they know that they broke your heart, but I feel like it did break their heart as well with that mirror energy that originally came through. And I feel like they could have just actually adopted a really negative attitude after losing you. So instead of taking immediate responsibility for this, it's kind of like they just blamed. Love sucks. It's something like that. It never works out. I'm bad at commitment, whatever cynical crap they're telling themselves. But it still had an effect on them losing you. So they can't really pretend that it didn't hurt. Now, it might even be an enigma for this person, like a mystery as to why they still ache for you. Okay, it's kind of like, they may have felt like they were in some sort of power position. They could just walk away from you, never feel anything for you ever again. And I'm getting that's not the case. Your person is used to being able to discarding people perhaps, but they were not able to actually do that with you. So it is a little bit of an enigma as to why they still ache for you. Okay, so we have violent. So it's interesting. We have abusive and violent. I'm not getting that somebody has been physically abused here, so we're not even going there. We're not even getting into that energy, okay? But I just feel like this person became very either rageful with their words, or they started raising their voice, or started kind of getting real, like, almost intimidating towards you to try to get you to back down from either confronting them or talking to them. So it's kind of like when someone overreacts and then you start to underreact, it has that effect on you. So I do feel like this person probably either said something or did something that caused you to shut down, okay? And I also feel like this person became very angry when they lost you. So there could be other things tied to this. Let's just say someone like another person said something to you about them and you found something out. They could have gotten very angry that someone blew the whistle on a secret that they were holding, or, shared some sort of information that they were trying to hide from you with you. So I just feel like they became angry when it came to the situation. They lost some sort of control, and it just somehow got lost in the shuffle, this whole entire situation with you. And I feel like they didn't mean for this to happen. It got out of control. It somehow got out of hand. And I feel like it might have been due to other people. I don't know. So we have Countess of Emperor or Embers, which is the Page of Wands, spontaneous message. What's very interesting here is it's like somebody just was spontaneously in the moment saying something that they didn't mean. That's what I'm getting here. Somebody said something they didn't mean, you guys. They said it because they didn't know how to regulate their emotions. They didn't know how to regulate what they were feeling or thinking at the time. So it did come across very quick, very stern, very harsh, very mean. And I do feel like this person has a lot of regret, because I feel like at the time, maybe they felt those things, but that's not really how they felt. I feel like this person was excellent when it came to hiding how they really felt anyways. And so they may have just said things that just like on the cuff, they just said something really quick, but they didn't really mean it. That's what I'm seeing here. So it does cut them like a knife. It does. It does cut them like a knife. Let's take a look at the chakras here. So we have 4 different ones. We have the sacral chakra, which is the intimate connection, the soul connection that they built with you, the way that they chose to connect with you. And it looks to me like they chose rage at the end of the day. We also have that solar plexus chakra here. To me, it's kind of like the solar plexus is all about confidence, feeling good about yourself, being true to yourself. And I just feel that rather than being true to their feelings, they instead went into more of this just kind of dark side of themselves, and they became dark towards you. So they were hiding behind this dark mask of ego and fear when it came to communicating to you. So it's like the communication just got completely just lost here. And then when it came to what they truly knew deep down inside, I do feel like they just suppressed that, and they just chalked it up to, this is just another situation in their life that just doesn't work out because love sucks, life sucks, etc. But it's not something that they can hide from forever. They can't hide behind the cynical mask forever because they're still feeling something for you. So it's almost like it's karma's way of forcing them to have to figure out why they did what they did and why they handled you the way that they handled you. Very interesting. So I do feel like it definitely cuts this person like a knife, that they did lose you, okay? And I feel like they felt very similar to you in the beginning, and their fears started to show that ugly side of themselves, and that's just kind of where things started to get really lost. So that's what we have so far, you guys. So now we're going to go into how do they try to numb their feelings for you? Okay, so how do they try to push it away? How do they try not to feel this situation or this connection with you? Let's look at that. This is a combination of decks called the Secrets of a Lover's Journey Oracle, as well as the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle, both by Aqua Moonlight. How does this person try to numb their feelings and push their feelings away towards you? Okay, by running away, ghosting, disappearing, becoming invisible. So this person could have ghosted you, ran away. So some of you guys had no other choice but to just walk away, to just move on with your life. So it might not have been something that you wanted to do, but maybe it was something you should have done, but you didn't really necessarily want to do it, but they left you no choice, okay? It also could be that this person kind of hides behind, if you did ghost them and walk away from them, that, well, I guess you don't want anything to do with me now. So, they try to just kind of numb it out and push it away. This right here is called I Just Got Spooked, Why I Ghosted by Angelic Revelation 144. Oh, we have a card that's upright that needs to go down. Let's turn those around. Okay, perfect. All right. Still learning to crawl. Okay, so how this person kind of numbs this situation out is, I feel like they're kind of still trying to be that cynical individual. I'm just not ready. I'm just not good at relationships. I'm just not meant for marriage. It's that kind of an excuse. Like, I'm still learning to crawl, or I don't really, I'm just kind of immature, and I'm an asshole. I'm just an asshole. That's what I'm getting from this person. Like, they're just saying that out loud. Like, they say these cynical things, but it's a crutch. It's an excuse. And it's an excuse so that way they don't have to change, if they don't want to. So this is Motives Oracle by Fire Witch Tarot. Let's see what else. Connections. Yeah, when it comes to connections with people, I just feel like they are just kind of putting that out there. And this could just be something that they've done before. It may not be something that they're currently doing, but this is definitely how your person has tried to numb this connection out. Okay, is by saying cynical things such as, well, I'm just not that good at relationships. I guess I'm just a jerk. I'm an asshole. That kind of thing. This is Learning Tarot by Witchy Sabrina. Let's see what else. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, juggling, ups and downs. This could be not settling on one person. That could be your person's way of just kind of numbing what they feel for you or dealing with the situation with you, is just kind of busying themselves with other things, like giving themselves a lot of things to do at one time. That's Two of Pentacles, juggling. Okay, either it's juggling people, juggling connections, going from one connection to the next, so we don't really have any time to be alone and really think. But it could also just be somebody who's busying themselves with a lot of work and things like that. And again, just using that excuse, chalking it up as, you know what, I'll never be able to change. This is just who I am. That's what I am picking up on. All right, let's see what else. How else do they try to numb down or numb you out? Okay, so we have some sort of dream coming true. So it may be that, you know, they feel like there's some sort of a dream come true when it comes to you in this connection, but instead of really allowing themselves to feel that and to go into it, this is what they do instead. Okay, interesting. What I'm getting here immediately is that it's just too much. It's too intense. It's too much for me. It drains my life force. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this kind of love. So even though I wanted this kind of love, and even though, you know, that's what I may have wanted at the time, this person makes some sort of an excuse, which is, it's just too much for me. It's too intense. I don't have enough time for it. I can't fully give enough of myself in order to maintain this connection. So again, it's that cynical excuse. I want love, but when it shows up, oh yeah, no, I'm just not meant for it. It's that. All over me. Okay, so the thing is, it's like, it's too intense. That's what this excuse is. They try to numb these feelings for you. First of all, there's some kind of a blissful vibration and energy, and it's all over them. I feel like it's very all-consuming for this person. When you guys were together before, I almost feel like they may have said things to you like, you're a dream come true, you're like an angel, you're this, you're that, you're amazing. And then they flipped a switch at some point. But I just feel like your energy, your connection was very consuming for this person. Now, that doesn't mean that that's you, like you drained them. You were too much. It may be that this person was starting to feel too much towards you, and that is one of the things that they could not deal with. They could not deal with feeling either overpowered by this connection. So they make an excuse. It's too intense. It's too much. It's too draining. I can't have it. So that's how they try to push this away. Numb it out. We have Page of Wands. I have a life that I need to live. I have so many more adventures that I have to embark on. You know, I need time to find myself. I'm still searching for something. This person also uses this as this excuse of, I have so much that I still need to do. So I don't know if any of that's resonating with you guys. Maybe this is an excuse that this person actually used with you, but I feel like they even used it after you, or they're currently still using it. Okay. All right, let's get something else. We have confusion. Kind of playing dumb. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know what I want. That's also an excuse, and it's also how they try to numb their feelings for you, as I'm just confused, I'm just lost. Now, what's interesting is that we actually already got this moon energy here with the Enigma. Okay? I'm just lost and confused. I just don't know what to do. I'm lost and confused. It's like that. Okay? It's like they deliberately try to stay lost instead of coming out into the light and dealing with this. They really are into suppressing things. Yep, we also have gaslighting. I do feel like this person may have gaslit you. Like, you could have asked them what was going on, what was wrong, is there anything that you need to know? And they could have just deliberately gaslit you. And the reason why is because they didn't want to deal with something. They didn't want to deal with something that they were doing. They were confused on how they felt, so they were trying to buy time. There's many reasons why this person may have done that. I feel like they're gaslighting themselves, actually. Your person is gaslighting themselves when it comes to this connection with you. Yep, trying to brush it off like it's no big deal, doesn't really mean that much, I'm not really that affected, etc. So yeah, I definitely feel like your person, after losing you, as much as it hurt, it's like they still were very much in their ego, kind of trying to play it off like they're fine, they're okay, it was probably for the best. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Eight of Pentacles is a work card. And I kind of got that already with the Two of Pentacles. This person probably really busies themselves with work and projects and things that they are, needing to focus on. So they don't focus on this. So they don't think about this connection with you. So the fact that they even need to do that tells me that you do come up in their energy field quite a bit, and it's pretty strong. All right, let's get one last set. Losing myself in you. This is just confirming for us what already came through. That is the absolute confirmation that we needed, that those messages are correct. This person, your connection with them, it's so intense. It's almost like it sucks them in, and they feel like they don't know how to either balance themselves. So they do lose themselves in you. It's almost like they become drunk off of your energy or drunk off this connection because the intensity is so strong. And I just feel like what they did is they may have turned this into a negative. They may be gaslighting themselves and saying, yeah, this is not good for me. This is too intense. It's too much. And instead of really, being open to the experience, because I feel like there's something about it that's very blissful for them, but they're afraid of getting sucked into the bliss. So they are deeming it as, it's not good for me. And we also have intimidated. I also feel like they, the way that they numb their feelings out for you is they feel like you are angry at them, and that you would perhaps give them a lashing if they ever showed their face or tried to speak to you again. So they also use that as an excuse, so that way they don't really have to deal with this. That way they don't really have to face this at this particular time. Like, you're just too intimidating. We have take from you. Interesting. I don't want to take anything from you. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to upset you. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave you alone. It's an excuse, you guys. That's all it is. It's fear-based. It's an absolute excuse. And, it's a good one. It's a good one to use. Kind of like, I don't want to bother you. You're probably mad at me. If this person was stronger, then what they would do is they would face this and they would come back and apologize, because we can clearly see that they are affected by this separation and what has gone down between the two of you. And we have Temperance. I do feel like this person, they do have it in their deep down within themselves that they do want some sort of peaceful reconciliation with you. It does bother them that you guys are in this temporary state, where it's like, it's a kind of standoff. It's a kind of like, it's a mystery. It's an enigma. I'm still very much confused about this. There's no closure here. That's what I'm picking up from your person. And it's probably why you're watching the video, is because you don't have a lot of closure with this individual either. And I do feel like they want to restore some balance here with that Temperance card, okay? They want to either have some sort of a reconciliation or just feel that balance and harmony again with this connection, because they don't feel content. They feel very unsettled. And I feel like you're like that person in their life, like the one that got away and the one that they feel like they can't face now because of all the crap that they did, okay? Because they did really take some things from you. They absolutely did. They lost themselves in you, they took from you, and then I feel like they discarded you and abandoned you. So this is how they try to numb their feelings, is by using all of these excuses as to why they are not coming towards you, okay? So it's just kind of easy for them to just stay in the middle and kind of just temper this energy back and forth instead of making a move right now, or why they haven't yet. So now let's take a look and see what walls are beginning to crumble or tumble down. Let's look at this energy. What walls are beginning to tumble down? So how are things shifting and changing for this person? Because we just saw all these excuses that they've made in the past. Maybe some of them are still making them, but let's take a look and see how these walls are beginning to crumble or tumble down. This is the Heart and Soul Love Oracle by Celestial Forecast by Carrie. How are these walls tumbling down for this person when it comes to this connection and all the excuses that they've been making this entire time? Okay, so we do have diversity. It says, right from the start, life has tried to keep us apart. We come from two different worlds. I wish we could all just accept each other for who we are, embrace our differences, backgrounds, colors, religions, opinions, age differences, ethnicities, orientation, political stance. Love is love, and you're mine. Okay, so the thing is, if there are some major differences between you and this person, your views on things, okay, what I'm getting here is that your person, their wall that's tumbling down, is that they're not focusing so much on that. They're not focusing so much about how you're completely different, or that you guys come from two completely different worlds, or they're just not focusing so much on the diversity. So that wall is tumbling down. What the differences are between the two of you, the things that might be factors or might have been factors before, that's now tumbling down. This is called the Zodiac 108 Oracle. And we have Pearl. We have emotional force opening up. Experience, wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, loyalty, the moon. So the moon is coming up again, hidden things, diving deep layers, developing character. So what I'm getting here, you guys, is that this person with this whole moon energy, where they've been really fearful of facing you or facing themselves or really handling the situation, they're starting to open up actually. Some wall is tumbling down, and they're the differences, the things that divide the two of you, that's starting to shift actually. And it looks like they're starting to open up and dive deeper within the layers of this connection and developing some better character within themselves, so that way they can open up. So let's go ahead and go into my Divine Masculine Tarot and see what else is shifting and changing here. I'm hungry for you. Okay, Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, then we have a 1 here, so we have like 2 ones, 2 aces. That means that something is beginning to happen. There's a new door that's wanting to open here. This person's desire for you, the intensity of these feelings here are starting to rise. And so what it's going to do is it's going to lessen this divide, and it's going to create some sort of a bridge to you. So this is definitely something that is shifting within your person. These walls are tumbling down, where they're not making as many excuses as to why this would never work. Instead, they're opening up, instead of trying to constantly push this away and numb out their feelings for you. Some flame, some energy is at it's like been ignited within them. So now they have this appetite to figure out, what can I do to change these circumstances? What can I learn from this situation? How can I develop better character from this? What wisdom can I gain from this experience? So I feel like because the pearl, this takes time for this pearl to develop here. This could be that your person over time, especially if this has been a long separation, with time, with maturity, this person may have gone through these changes. So all that stuff that we just tapped into could be old coping mechanisms, things that they've tried to do to numb you out before. So we do have steps. So this is about taking a baby step. Now look at those walls. That's very interesting. I've been hurt so many times by people, by love, by hopes and dreams that never came to be. I could stay where I'm comfortable. Oh my gosh, continuing within my own walls, so I'll never hurt again. Or I can hand it over to a higher power, to the universe, to guide me to my next chapter. Baby steps. Wow, that's so interesting that we're actually asking what walls are beginning to tumble down. And we get a card that says, I can continue to stay confined within my walls, so I'll never be hurt again, or I can hand it over to my higher power. So this is very significant for me, telling us that this person is starting to take baby steps to take down their walls. And maybe they are handing it over to the divine. Maybe they are stepping into more of like a spiritual side of themselves. Maybe they're going through some sort of spiritual awakening right now. They're on some sort of a journey to take these steps. Some of them could even be getting some sort of therapy, but there's something that's happening here in the energy field, that this person is starting to take down some of these walls, no longer using these same old coping mechanisms or excuses, and really maturing with time. Wow. We have White Rabbit. Haha, that's interesting. White Rabbit. Going down the rabbit hole, okay? Spark of curiosity. Your person has some sort of a new spark for you. So maybe they've just been kind of bumping along their life, you know, doing their thing. And all of a sudden it's like now is the time that they're really starting to think back on this connection. Something, it could have been a dream that they had. It could have been something that they saw. It could have just been the right time for them to have some sort of an epiphany or awareness about you in the past, because it does say spiritual awakening. This person has had a spiritual awakening. So it means it's time. They're heeding the call now. Now they're going into themselves, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole, waking up from a dream. So if this person has been sleeping for a while, they're starting to wake up. They're starting to wake up to the changes that they need to make and the things that they need to do in order to really flourish as a human being. And that includes this connection. Yeah. 10 of Swords. I feel the pain. It's killing me too. So this ending, this very tragic, painful ending that took place between the two of you, I am getting that this person is feeling the pain. I do feel like they felt it before. It did cut them like a knife when they lost you, but they shoved it down and they went on perhaps to just kind of numb you out and just busy themselves. But since now they've had this spiritual awakening, now they're in touch with their feelings again, and now they're feeling the pain of this ending. So I feel it too. Whatever pain you felt, I feel it too. That's why we had the mirror in the very beginning of the reading. Very interesting. All right, what else? What other walls are tumbling down? So your person, however much they've been trying to prevent themselves from feeling this pain, these walls are tumbling down and they are facing it and feeling it. And we have hope. Okay, so it says, we all know what it feels like to be disappointed, heartbroken, left empty by promises that remain unkept. Then one day, life hands you a glimmer of hope, that you're not meant to live this life disappointed, heartbroken, and empty. It never feels like it at the time, but the journey is always worth it. Hope. Okay. So what's going on here is that your person, their cynical mind, their cynical belief systems are starting to shift and change, you guys, okay? As they journey through life, like they're starting to, instead of focusing so much on what didn't work and all these heartbreaks from the past, including yours, they kind of have now this glimmer of hope that maybe they are meant for happiness. Maybe there is a chance for them. Maybe they're not damned or freaking cursed for life, okay? But it's like they had to open themselves up to these wounds first before they could heal this. And now that they're working on healing this, it's kind of like it gives them a glimmer of hope. Like they've had some sort of shift here. And we do have handcuffs. At the end of the day, we know that their walls are handcuffs. It's a way to control the narrative. It's the way to control people or situations around them. Defenseless, right? Target, handicap, held back, suppressing. We know that this is this person's way of dealing with things, while also feeling powerless. When they feel powerless, their nasty side comes out. And I do feel like you guys have experienced this person's nasty side, okay? And that might have been what the pain has, this Ten of Swords pain was. Betrayal, stabbed in the back, major cruelty here. But I just feel like your person is starting to become free from their fear and all the trappings of the ego. Something is shifting here. And we have the Four of Swords, which is a card of healing. I need to withdraw. Your person needed to withdraw from you in this connection in order to heal. They wouldn't have been able to heal if you guys had stayed together. So in a way, essentially, this separation was meant to be. Okay? But their walls are coming down. They are withdrawing from their usual coping mechanisms and going deeper within themselves for answers, for healing, for wisdom, etc. So this is happening right now. So what we're going to go into now, you guys, is what have you specifically awakened within your person? Also, what are they silently crying out to you? What signs are they receiving from the universe about you in this connection, as well as what do the stars have in store for your connection in the future? So if you guys are interested in those extra messages, I will put that link down below where you guys can access the extended reading. And thank you guys so much for watching. You have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.